Welcome one and everyone to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. And of course, the thing is making noise at me. Did I fix it? Now this is happening every time, isn't it? Every week I do this. Alright, I'm going to fix it. Hold on. Which browser? Which browser has it open? This is just adding to the flavor of today's program, right? Alright, I've turned off 2. There's got to be another one. Is it that one? Yeah, and it is that one. And, hello? Is there another one? Yeah, there's got to be another one. Alright, so we have a fantastic show for you, ladies and gentlemen. We really do. If I can find what's going on here. Oh, I just solved the issue. That's right. I muted my own computer. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. AKU on Twitch.tv says, hello there, Oxhorn. Hello there, kind gentlemen. It's so good to have you here. Everybody's over at ScotchandSmokerings.com having a fantastic time, and I'm so glad to see all of you here today. But we got a great show. I've got a whole lot to go over. You guys have submitted a slew of fan art. Just a veritable menagerie of fan art this week, and I want to show it off in due portion. I've got some topics of the day to go over. I've got Pandaria news to go over. I've got songs to sing and rhymes to wax lyrical. It's just going to be a fantastic day. But first, of course, we have to light the pipe. Joanna says that it's a little bit too much light. Look, it's a beautiful spring day, and I'm digging the light. Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can close this. Kind of. There we go. Is that a little better? Alright, it's darker in here now. I'm slightly sadder, but at least you can see me, so that's important. Alright, so today we are smoking this tobacco pipe. It is an Israel Briar tobacco pipe. You've seen me smoke it on the show previously in the past. I figured it would be a lot of fun to do it today. Dwarf's Rule says, when is it on? It is on right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are at ScotchandSmokerings.com. Okay, some people are saying in the chat that it's not live. Hold on a minute while I tell them that it is live. Pardon me. We are live right now at ScotchandSmokerings.com. Not live stream. Head on over. Great. Yeah, okay, so please, if people keep on saying that they cannot see me, yes, if you're watching it from live stream, you're doing it wrong, says Ironbog. Okay, great, fantastic. If you guys see anybody else having problems with the watching of the show today, please send the message directly that we are doing this from ScotchandSmokerings.com, no longer from live stream. Cheers. Time to light the pipe. Alrighty. Now, many may ask, while I light my pipe, what kind of pipe tobacco I may be smoking today. And the thing about pipe tobacco is that every classy pipe shop has its own brand of pipe tobacco. And the one that I got this from is from a little shop in Georgetown, here in the Seattle area. And they have made their own mix. It's their own Rain City cigar mix. And so I can't tell you exactly what kind it is. It's kind of got a chocolate flavor to it. It's got a sort of English blend. It's pretty nice. So I hope you, if you guys are trying to find your own preferred blend, go to a classy tobacco shop and they will have some in jars for you. Now, the one thing about pipes is that you do have to light them over and over again. Unlike cigars, which you light up and then move on with your day, These suckers you gotta light over and over again. And that's okay. Because it's worth it. Party Animal 3303 says, Oxhorn, can you understand me? I feel like you can't hear me. Well, if you're screaming at the monitor, then no, I can't hear you. Sadly, my ears do not stretch over into your room. But if you are typing directly into this chat, then yes, I can see you. So fear not, ladies and gents. Now there are still 2 people who are at livestream.com and not at scotchandsmokerings.com. I have the metrics here. I can now see. So if you're at livestream.com, please come to scotchandsmokerings.com. But moving on, we have a lot to get through today. First, of course, after I have lit my fantastic pipe and blown it through smoke rings, we've got to pour some scotch. I'm finishing off this bottle of Lismore single malt Scotch whiskey. And it has served me well, but it's time to say bye-bye. Bye-bye, bottle. You have been well loved, and I will miss you. Cheers, ladies and gents. Bottoms up. Alright. Now, if you're coming from Facebook or Twitter, you'll notice that I gave you a rather provocative invitation to this show. No, not provocative in the way that you're thinking. Reform your mind, ladies and gentlemen. But provocative in the way that I promoted today's episode. And the way I did so was by saying, come to today's episode and you will see some behind-the-scenes action of my latest Machinima movie. That's right, I've got some secrets from the new movie that I'm going to show you guys a little later on in the show. It's going to be pretty fantastic, so stick with me. I've got some screenshots of a new movie in production. That's right, working on a new movie. It's coming out soon. It's going to be a short, not a music video. It doesn't have all the same characters you're used to. It's completely new, but you guys will enjoy it. Can I have your beard? Asks Jim. No. Sorry, sadly, you may not have my beard. My beard is mine, and mine alone. Party Animal 3303 says, Oxhorn, what was Vanilla WoW like? Vanilla WoW was like the first time you try Indian food. It's shocking to the senses. It opens up a whole new world. And yet, it's delicious and spicy. And you see visions when you taste it. And then after a while, the spice tends to get a little dull as your taste buds acclimate to the strength of the curry. But you never lose your love. It's not the same as the first time you had that wonderful bit of Asian food. But over time, it fades just a little bit. Just a little bit. Are you Amish? Says Shatteridge on twitch.tv. No, I am not Amish. I am actually Irish. This hat is not an Amish hat. The Amish have completely different hats. In fact, I believe they have a modified type of fedora, not a derby hat. But regardless, I understand that the fact that I have a beard, wear suspenders, confuses many. But no, I am not Amish, so I'm sure I hold the Amish in high regard. By the way, if you're at Twitch TV, everybody's chatting from scotchandsmokerings.com. So if you want to join the conversation, feel free to join us there. Alright, smoke ring break. Dwarves Rule says, Oxhorn, can you speak Irish? Nay, laddie, ya can't speak the Irish. What? Cranter says that scotchandsmokers.com is busted for him. I am not sure why. If it's not playing, try clicking the little play button right there on the player. There's a little play button. If it's not playing automatically, try clicking play or refreshing the page. Anyway, we have some fantastic fan art to get through. A lot of great fan art. You guys have submitted oodles and oodles. Hold on, my smoke rings are not thick. Here we go. We've got some good smoke rings going on. There we are. Alright. Time to show off your fan art. Here we go. So this piece was submitted by Brian Fuller. And this is actually really interesting because this is a picture of me back in 2010, I think, at BlizzCon 2010. So my buddy Clint dragged me to this house party in the middle of BlizzCon where these non-World of Warcraft people were just playing cards and eating chicken wings or something. And I was in this animated conversation about politics or religion or something. Anyway, I was having a good time. And yeah, so I was just there, you know, talking with these gents, and a few of them knew who I was, even though they weren't World of Warcraft fans. And we had a good time. So apparently they tracked me down and submitted this piece of fan art. So thank you for that. This is another picture from the same time. This is a great photograph, and this was submitted by Chloe Blue Rhodes. And apparently this gaggle of ladies were deciding to spend their fantastic Saturday watching one of my movies. So this is a screen grab from an Oxhorn brand medley, apparently. And they're all just sitting around the laptop having a good time. I can't think of anything better. Now this, this was submitted by David Martin. And in lieu of a book wherein one puts autographs, he pulled out, he wanted an autograph really bad. And so he pulled out his name tag. This was his BlizzCon 2009 name tag and asked me to sign it. And so I did. I said, I am happy to. Stay classy, from Oxhorn. And so he decided to send me a picture of that. So there you go. This picture is from Doraz, and it's a 1-0. This is a bunch of armor-clad hamsters, apparently getting ready to do some violence. So the text says, okay, here's the mission. One of you distract the elves while the rest of you sneak up on them and pick their pockets. Bring back 1 or 2 elf ears for Oxhorn as well to add to his collection. Alright, so this goblin is enlisting the help of a bunch of ferocious little rodents to pick pockets and give me elf ears. And that is very much appreciated, so thank you. This was posted on my Facebook page by Erica Gardner, and she was at a museum where she found a whole bunch of ancient tobacco pipes. And so she decided to share a picture of what those ancient tobacco pipes looked like. I thought it was pretty fascinating. The design hasn't changed a whole much since ancient days. Take a look at mine and compare it. Yeah, they're fairly similar. This one was submitted by Elandria Sunshadow. Now, at BlizzCon, again, people are often coming up for autographs, and this lady decided that she wanted her shirt autographed. So she went around to every WoW celebrity she could find, and she got them to autograph it for her, and she apparently found me. And so I wrote, Oxhorn was here. I don't actually remember doing this, but that is my penmanship, so yeah, there you go. And then this one was submitted by Jessica Marie Nicole Vieira, and it is a picture of Dairy Queen. It says, LOL Omega Wataga, Dairy Queen, LOL Omega, BB the Q. That's pretty doggone nice. So they put 2 and 2 together and discovered my great loves in life. Ice cream and barbecue, apparently. Now this was submitted by a fan. The fan didn't create it, but they did discover it online and wanted to share it. And it is an awesome infographic. I won't go through the whole thing, but I'll show you the highlights. It's an infographic about beards. A PhD in facial hair. Where do beards come from? Dihydrotestosterone. This chemical promotes both beards and balding. Its level varies seasonally, so don't be surprised to see bushier beards in the summer. Growing a beard has been a sign of manliness since the dawn of time. Scientists believe prehistoric men had beards for warmth, intimidation, and protection. So, does that mean that I'm a warm, intimidating, well-protected guy? Do I scare all of you? I don't know. In ancient civilizations, beards were a sign of honor and were only cut as punishment. But around 345 BC, Alexander the Great decreed that soldiers should not have beards, apparently because it's bad in battle, and enemies would pull your beard and then slice you through the head, apparently. Since then, beards have regularly cycled in and out of fashion, separating the men from the boys for centuries. Celtic tribes, Middle Ages, 19th century, 16th century, all these people wore beards, so they're not. I'm not the one to invent them, even though I did come from the room with one. Today, beards are still manly, but fewer and fewer women can handle them. Now, 33% of American males have facial hair, compared to the rest of the world, where 55% of the world have facial hair. In a study of facial hair, women found full bearded men to be 2/3 as attractive as clean-shaven men. So if you're one to find the ladies, apparently, your chances go down by 1/3 if you've got a beard. Oh, man. But don't lose hope, gents. These same women, as well as men surveyed, found full bearded men to also appear older, more respected, and powerful, and to have higher status. Alright, I think that's a fair trade-off in my opinion. I'll post this up later for you to go through the entire infographic, but I just thought it was really, really funny. So thank you for that submission. Alright, so this is an image submitted by Heartless Rose. And I'll just read it to you. So it says, for some background info, Asheville is a town in North Carolina, the state by which we are learning in class. My teacher in the class, Rose, please read the text on Asheville. Rose says, of course. As the largest city in western North Carolina, Ashenvale is... Teacher, what's Ashenvale, Rose? We're discussing Asheville. Oh no, I can't believe I just made a WoW reference in the middle of class by accident. Nonetheless, true story. Yes, apparently Asheville is not Ashenvale. That is a facepalm moment. A facepalm moment. This one was submitted by Bistro. And it says to Oxhorn from Bistro. Whoops. Hold on, I went through. There we go. To Oxhorn from Bistro. And it's a picture of him in a classy fedora smoking a gentlemanly tobacco pipe. Saying, stay classy, everybody. Very cool. Yeah, I'm telling you, we had a lot of fan art submitted this week. So hang tight, ladies and gents. This one was submitted by Lepidus, and it's entitled Oxhorn and the Master of Euphemisms, featuring Lepidus. The Master of Euphemisms over here is saying, oh, apparently he's not saying anything. These are just his guild tags. Master of Euphemisms at Silverhand, Invisible Pink Unicorns. Then we've got Lepidus, Rune Totem, Worgen, Conclave, and Oxhorn at Silverhand, Invisible Pink Unicorns. And I'm wearing a pretty classy top hat there. So he just wanted to be part of the gang. Thank you very much, Bistro. And then this was submitted by Paige Michael, and this was me at Dragon Con, I think 2010, or was it 2011? I forget. But they took a picture of me and put it on up there and sent it to me. So thank you for that very much, Paige Michael. This one was submitted by Patrick Carney, and it's the same thing. This was 2011, and I was at Dragon Con, and they decided to snap a candid shot. So thank you for that. Now this one, I'm a little confused at. This was submitted by Philippe Twistermon San Carlson. And we have a whole lot of rogues. With some of them are elves, with 2 anime characters over here, and Associate Professor Evil. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure what this is all about, but okay, cool. So thank you for that, Felipe. And then this one I think many of you have seen, but it was submitted by Wowkrendor. And it is the four of us at BlizzCon. So BlizzCon last year was a whole bunch of fun. And this is Clint from Mindflame, me of course, Wild Crendor in the white, and then Jesse Cox right there. We got to meet with fans, and we did some vocal recordings, and it was a whole lot of fun. So thank you very much for that one. This one was submitted by AFK Players. And after BlizzCon last year, Blizzard decided to take World of Warcraft influential people out on a cruise. And so we went out on a cruise right by where Gilligan's Island was filmed. It was a lot of fun. Open bar was a whole lot of fun. And we got to meet some really influential people in the World of Warcraft Machinima community. So Clint and I are here with AFK Players. I forget his real name, but he's from Taiwan. He does some amazing Machinima. If you ever want to see some great Machinima, go Google AFK Players. It was a ton of fun. And that is it for now in terms of fan art. Wow, you guys were really prolific today. Thank you so much for your submissions. Of course, in the natural course of things, I managed to make my pipe go out. So pardon me one moment, my fine gents and gentesses, while I relight my pipe with the greatest of efficacy. Catherine, did you send me a piece of fan art? If you did, I didn't get it. I'm sorry. Lich1423, did you also send me a piece of fan art? I didn't see it. I'm so sorry. If you guys have some fan art and I missed it, please use the contact form here at scotchandsmokerings.com, and I will be sure to put it up there. Catherine says she posted hers on Facebook. You know, sometimes I don't know when somebody is intending it to be a piece of fan art, or if they're just posting it. So if you want it to be fan art, if you want it to appear on the show, feel free to send me a link using the contact form here at scotchandsmokerings.com. Theoden says, I'm glad to see you on Twitch, Oxhorn. Love your videos. Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. We're all chatting at scotchandsmokerings.com if you'd like to come on by and say hi. Irish1488 says, so Ox, are we in for a good show tonight? Yes, absolutely, you're in for a good show. We've got some fun things to show off, which reminds me, I should probably show off the secret screenshots I took, huh? Shorts asks, Ox, I just turned 18 last week and I want to smoke out of a pipe. What do you think I should start with? Find yourself a briar tobacco pipe. A briar tobacco pipe. If it's made from plastic, or if it's made from a wood that isn't briar, then it's no good. It's got to be made from briar, and you can usually go to a tobacco shop to find something. Alright, ladies and gents, I'm going to show you some screenshots from the movie that I'm currently making as I'm making it. Alright, you guys ready? Alright, here we go. This is one such screenshot. I'm in the process of making it. What could this be? This guy looks fairly devious. I've never seen him before. He looks like an orc. He's wearing a fedora. And his face is veiled. What could it mean? Here's another screenshot. Look, it's a panda. A panda in an Oxhorn movie? Who would have thought? Looks like this panda's fairly safe for now. He's kind of making a smile, you know. Just having a good time. Alright. We will move on. What's the next one? Oh, there's the same dude, and it appears he's in a hot air balloon. Why? Why is he in a hot air balloon? What could he possibly be doing in the hot air balloon? I'm not sure. Well, let's move on to the next one. Oh, look, it's another panda. What is this panda doing? Is she squealing in pain, or is she jumping for joy? I don't know. Well, I do know, but you don't know, and I can't tell you because I haven't published the Machinima yet. It's getting there. I'm really close, guys. And then here's another one. Look, it's a candid shot of this strange, mysterious creature again. Just sort of walking around, having a good time. Definitely not doing anything suspicious. And that is it for now. That is it for now, ladies and gentlemen. I think you'll like it. I really do. I've already recorded all the voice acting for it. My beautiful wife is going to have a part. My brother will be having a part in this movie. Most of the footage has already been recorded. And I've just got a few more pieces to put together. So stay tuned. We've got a Machinima coming up. Party Animal 3303 says, Oxhorn, can you show us some more Mists of Pandaria beta? Maybe. Tell you what, I've got a great show planned. We'll get through our regularly scheduled programming, and if afterwards you all want to see some Mists of Pandaria, I will happily hop on. What you talking about says, Oxhorn, where is your lovely wife and baby? My beautiful wife Nova is visiting her family in the... have I told you what state? I won't tell you what state. You know, she's visiting her family in another state right now because a friend of hers got married a few days ago, and she's coming back tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to her coming back. We're going to go on vacation and have a great time. Lepidus says, thanks for showing off my fan art, Oxhorn. Thank you for submitting the fan art. If you guys want to submit some fan art to this fine program, go to scotchandsmokerings.com, and then there's a contact form right there on the page. I try to find everything that's posted on Facebook, but sometimes I miss it, as happened today, and so be sure to use the contact form if you want it to show up in the show. Alright, well, before I get to your questions, IQ on Twitch TV says, good evening, Ox. Theoden says, glad to see you on Twitch. Oxhorn, love your videos. Pleasure to have you both here. We are at scotchsmokerings.com if you want to join in the chat. Pleasure as always. You know, I started a new segment here at scotchandsmokerings.com that I would like to continue today. I have been a fond admirer of Captain James T. Kirk, a.k.a. William Shatner, and in fact I posted a screen grab of him doing a cosplay as a Ghostbuster, which is pretty fun. So that's on my Facebook page if you want to see it. But you know, he once did this show where he did a spoken word version of Rocket Man by Elton John. And it was it's become immortalized. It's a very famous piece of work. And so I have recently been coming on and doing spoken word versions of today's popular music. And I am ready, as always, to continue in this tradition. Today I will be doing a spoken word version of what apparently is a very, very popular song with the childrens these days. Alright, let's see, where's my tamper? There we go. Valexor says, wasn't that the Science Fiction Awards in like the 70s? Yes, it was. He was a guest at the Science Fiction Awards, Neptune Awards, or something like that. And he did a spoken word version of Rocket Man. So, hey, if he can do it, I can too, right? Hold on to your questions for now. I will get to them. But today I have to perform a song. Today's epic masterpiece is Party Rock Anthem by Lemafau. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody, just have a good time. And we're going to make you lose your mind. Everybody, just have a good time. In the club, Party Rock, looking for you, girl. She's on my Bloit. Non-stop when we in the spot. Booty moving. Wait, like she's on the block. Where the drink? I got to know. Tight jeans. Tattoo, 'cause I'm rock and roll. Half black, half white. Domino. gain the money. Opado. Yo, I'm running through these flax like Drano. I got that devilish flow. Rock and roll, no halo. We party rock, yeah. That's the crew I'm reaping. On the rise to the top, no lead in our Zeppelin. Hey, how does reapin' rhyme with Zeppelin? Every day I'm shuffling. Shuffling, shuffling. Step up fast and be the first girl to make me throw down this cash. We getting money. Don't be mad now. Stop hating is bad. One more shot for us, another round. Please, fill up my cup. Don't mess around. We just want to see you shake it now. Now you want to be your walshing now? Get up, get down, put your hands up to the sound. Put your hands up to the sound, get up, get down. Shake that every day. I'm shuffling. Okay, well, that apparently is the end of this fun song, I guess. That apparently is what the kids are listening to these days. A popular piece of modern poetry. So, there you go. That was Party Rock by Lemafau. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Something about shuffling in the house tonight, blah, 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 blah. We have our classic music back. Terribly sorry about that. Brought the class factor down just for a bit, but we're back. We're here with all cylinders, something at full steam. I don't even understand. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your questions. I am here to answer them, and you're here to ask them. I'm a veritable well of knowledge, just waiting to spew forth my wisdom to the unwashed masses. Not you, of course. You all probably have excellent hygiene. It was just a euphemism. But I will take your questions in a moment. Maybe I'll throw forth some possible topics. Right? We've been talking a lot. We've been talking about a lot of really interesting ideas on my Facebook page and on Twitter. I try to submit 3 or 4 different topics each day for people to talk about and have a good time. So one topic that has kind of taken off is pretty interesting, and it is a pen chewer, actually. So I was at wowinsider.com, and I read a review. It wasn't really a review, but this female gamer was complaining. She wrote a letter to a few of the editors complaining about sexual harassment from other male gamers. And I instantly had to read the column because I was pretty shocked, because I like to consider male World of Warcraft gamers being classy gentlemen, right? I mean, look at this fine chat. We have hundreds of people here today watching this program, smoking their pipes, or if they're not 18, smoking their bubble pipes, apparently, or blowing bubble gum, or I don't know what they're doing, but you're having a gentlemanly beverage and engaging in a gentlemanly activity, right? There's no such sexual harassment or horribleness that goes on in World of Warcraft with fine gentlemen like you, right? Well, I mean, aside from this chat, apparently people outside of this chat do engage in such horrible activities. And this woman was talking about all of the horrible things that had happened to her in the past, and it was heartbreaking reading about some of those. Now, I will admit that she talked about how horrible it was for her and all that, and I completely agree that she was probably horrified by many of these unexcusable things that happened to her in the past, but she was also kind of milking it, trying to get her a little bit of attention. And I could tell from the female correspondents at wowinsider.com who were responding to her, they saw that, she kept on talking, for example, about how beautiful her own voice was, and, okay, whatever, you don't say that, but it brings up a huge issue, which is, ladies, how often does this happen to you? When you're in the middle of a raid, are you afraid to speak and vent because suddenly all of the teenagers are going to start sending you messages and ask you to do stuff? And are you afraid to tell them no or to not flirt with them because then maybe you won't get the right kind of gear? This is a kind of sensitive issue. I understand. There's, past experiences and emotions on both sides, so I'm just opening up the discussion. I think my stance on it, I'll tell you my stance on it. Look, gentlemen, and I'm not speaking to any of you here right now because, as I have already established, if you are a gentleman and you're here in chat, you are already a class act. You would never treat a fellow female gamer in such opprobrious ways. So we've established that. I understand. I'm not talking about any of you. But to those out there who do engage in this sort of behavior, to the trolls who probably browse internet image boards because they have nothing else to do with their lives, I say to you, how can you have such little dignity for yourself? In my mind, there is very little that is more humiliating, more shameful, than a man who has such low self-esteem that he continually harasses a female gamer online. Send me a picture, female gamer. What did you do X night of the week, female gamer? Talk to me in a sexy voice, female gamer. These kind of things are not something a refined gentleman of class and style will do, especially if the female in question has said that she's not interested. There are many, many fine ladies in the world. Why do you have to put your time and attention onto one that wants nothing to do with you? Is your self-esteem so low? Have some dignity, my friend, and when told to move on or leave things alone, move on and leave things alone. After all, you are a fine catch, right? You have quite a lot to offer to a noble woman, and you don't want to waste your time on someone who doesn't appreciate it. So move on. Don't harass the same person. Move on and find someone who can appreciate it. Right? Alright, that is my stance on that. Feel free to talk about that if you want, or bring up anything, Cataclysm, or Mists of Pandaria, or other type video games. I am on Twitter, at Oxhorn. I give precedence to people who give me messages on Twitter, just because it is easier for me to read. I am also here on the chat. Feel free to say something in this chat. I'm happy to respond. And if you're at scotchandsmokerings.com, there's actually a comment section at the bottom of the page where you can make a comment with your Facebook account. And I'm constantly refreshing this to see new comments so that I can answer them. And if you prefer, you